far as City are concerned, they continue to look a shadow of the former selves, don't they?
Yeah, it's amazing how they've fallen off a cliff, really, let's be honest. And I suppose coaches and managers up and down the country are thinking, what's he going to do to change this, change the tide? I mean, the stats itself from today, look, it backs it up, doesn't it, Chappers? It's one of the worst of the season.
I think United deserve a bit of credit for that stat as well. We touched on it earlier, but they were poor. I'm not saying they weren't. But United's shape helped them nullify. And the way they defended, how disciplined they were. I'll tell you what it does show you as well. Even the best players on the planet can struggle with confidence.
And even the best managers. I mean, his post-match interview was fascinating as well. You know, I have to find solutions, but I don't find solutions. I'm the manager, and I'm not good enough. Simple as that. I think is that honesty? Is that trying to take it off his players?
I think so.
The latter.
Yeah, I think a bit of both. I think he is trying different things. We see it week to week, different players in different positions. They're lacking a bit of energy, but I think it's more about confidence than physicality. Because when your confidence is low, you drop physically anyway. And a lot of those players aren't at the levels we've seen them, because we know how good they are. And why aren't they there? I don't think it's a fitness thing. I think at the moment they've just dropped.
I mean, Phil Foden's even talking about confidence there. When you see the gaps that you mentioned and how far apart they are, when you see them not pressing as they do, is that confidence?
I don't know, but
it's not all of a sudden
it's
it not being second nature.
It's a belief as well. It's a belief within what Pep's doing as a team pressing without the ball. And then people would argue the average age of the squad's gone up as well. Can these players do that now with the ages going up to the 30s, what have you? But it's a concern when the manager comes out and says, I'm not very good anymore. He's a brilliant manager, one of the best managers to grace the Premier League. I'd rather Pep come out and say, no, dust ourselves down. We go again. I'm the leader of this group. I'm going to fight for this group. And we're going to get out of this. Get out of this.
I think the bigger concern at the minute. I know they've conceded a lot of goals, but normally City always make chances. Confidence is when you're running away like Shay's shown on the piece there, and not going to get the ball under pressure, which is what they do. They've just deviated from that. And that makes it easier to play against. So it's a knock-on effect with both. If you're not good with it, you're not good with that. All of a sudden, everyone's doubting each other. They're good players. They'll bounce.
They've made a heck of a lot of money, and they've also made a heck of a lot of money on player sales. Do they go big in January?
I think they have.
Do they just keep their powder dry till the summer and then?
Well, I think that if they dip in, they freshen it up. I really do. They need an injection of new faces, an injection of. I mean, Rodri's the obvious gap in that midfield, of course. Huge loss. Alvarez was sold just before the window as well. Didn't replace him. I think they need to freshen it up.